Hello everyone and welcome to this product presentation of the new and renovated local verifications environment. In this video, we will take a look on how to verify diverse types of columns using the local verifications environment. In order to do this, we need to select the columns from the first drop-down list, and then on the second drop-down list, we are going to select the subtype of column. In this case, again, I have reinforced concrete columns, steel columns, and also masonry columns. If I click on reinforced concrete columns, I have very similar options that the ones that we saw earlier on reinforced concrete beams, such as the creation of a new item, with the possibility to include all reinforced concrete columns present on the structure environment, the ones that have or do not have rebar definition, modify their parameters, calculate, display the results, and of course export the rebars into the structure environment. I'm going to go ahead and directly include all the reinforced concrete columns that are present on the structure, and it's going to take a couple of seconds, but it's going to automatically import all the columns and of course create a new item on the table for each one of those columns. So as you can see here, all the columns were created. Also, if I want to import directly from the model, I can just act on the 3D view by right-clicking on a single element, and I can just, in this case, modify it because it has already been imported. But I can, as we can see here, I can modify the beams, the columns. I can directly import them if I just right-click on a certain element on the 3D view. In this case, to have all the loads from the structure environment, first I need to perform a static calculation. I have already done it, so I'm going to go ahead and verify all the columns present on this structural model with the results from the static calculation that I made on the FMA analysis module. So as I can see here, all the verifications were made for the reinforced concrete columns, and I'm going to see that this label is updated because the verification was satisfied, and so in this case it turns green. On the middle part, I'm going to be able to see the reinforcements that were used on the column, and a small drawing of the cross section along with the rebars of the column, as you can see here in this diagram. Of course, I can modify the structural rebars used in this column, and if I wish to do so, I can export all the modifications back into the structure environment. Similarly, with the reinforced concrete columns, I can create new masonry columns, again by importing them from the structure environment or just creating a new one. And also I can calculate new steel columns. As I can see here, I can just go ahead and include all the steel columns that are present on the structure by just clicking on that icon, and I'm going to see that the table is going to be created. All the columns were correctly imported from the structural model, so I just go ahead and calculate them. Once the calculation is finished, it takes a couple of seconds, I'm going to be able to see how the verification status changes. If I wish to see more details on the results, as always, I can open up the displays results icon. That it's going to open up the window with all the details about the specific numbers on the verifications, on each one of the limit states and for each one of the stresses. So as I can see here, I'm going to be able to see, again, between parentheses, the total number of elements that are present on the environment, such as the amount of reinforced concrete columns, the amount of steel columns, and a total in the first type drop-down lists. That's it for this presentation. Thank you everyone for your attention, and don't forget to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get access to our latest videos and tutorials.